We have started Wild Bugs here at Abercorn because so many children and parents were really concerned about their children's transition to school, and that is formal schooling. And a lot of phrases were used like school readiness, which sits really uncomfortable with me as a teacher. So the whole point of Wild Bugs is to extend that kind of aspect of learning through play.
Not all children are going to be able to sit down at a table with something in front of them that they need to complete at that moment in time, where that teacher has that moment to be able to teach that thing to that child, that very specific thing that on that planner for that week, that month, that term, I need to teach this child this. It doesn't come from the child, it comes from filling that child up with knowledge rather than letting that child discover those things.
We want to have that kindergarten stage here where children can still experience nature. They're learning about reciprocal relationships within nature. They're continuing to build relationships with adults in a smaller ratioed setting. So right now we have 1 member of staff to every 8 children, whereas in a typical school it's 1 to 25. So they're building that relationship. Those adults are really tuned in and supporting those children throughout their learning, which is a play-based environment. Children are learning ecology skills, they're learning how to take care of the environment, and most importantly they're learning through things that are interesting to them. They're unconsciously learning how to read and write and the numeracy and the science aspects that come in with that, because we're teaching them through project-based learning and the need to play and to be free in this amazing environment. And it's also so good for their well-being as well. They get to remain active, they get to remain outdoors, and that just makes it a lot more relaxed for them. It's building their resilience. It's a safe environment for them to continue learning, growing and adapting in.
My name's Rory and I'm 6 years old.
So Rory does a flexi-school arrangement with his primary school where he is in the traditional setting Monday to Thursday. And then on Fridays he gets to come here.
I like about Wild Bugs because it's outdoors all day, so it doesn't care. It doesn't care if it's raining. We still are outside. We just need to get our jackets on.
He loves the outdoors. It's how he regulates himself. He gets to express his amazing imagination that he has. He gets to create all sorts of things from the natural environment that's around him. And again, he just doesn't get to do that in an indoor setting.
So Wild Bugs is a school alternative, not a replacement. So if your child is aged between 5 and 8, then you can attend. You can do this in a various number of ways. So that can be as a hybrid model where your child attends traditional school for part of the week and then maybe perhaps comes to Wild Bugs for the other part of the week. And we have children and families that travel from across the central belt of Scotland, from St Andrews and Fife, right the way from Perth and Kinross, from Alloa, from West Lothian, from Edinburgh, in order for their children to experience this amazing setting.